Get preacher named Brother Rickey Nolan of Hope Street Ministries. He's been doing this under the bridge for 30 plus years.
Friday Ellis let y'all do it, right?
Yeah, but Brother Rick said in his sermons that they're trying to use any excuse they can to run them off from under here.
Wow. We don't want you guys to go anywhere. We want them to come.
Brother Rick said a lady used to do it. Pat going, but she had health issues. And her and Brother Rick crossed paths. And she said she's worried about her ministry, so Brother Rick said, I'll take it. So he was, at first, when he first took it, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to do it. He prayed to God, and God told him, just feed my people.
That's what you do. That's what he said do.
So he'd been kind of surprised. He feeds out of his pocket.
30 years, you said?
30 plus years.
God's going to bless him.
Yes, he is. And one time when COVID first come down, he had to serve pizza because City didn't want him to cook his own food and bring it in because of COVID.
Right.
So he went and ordered 50 pizzas. Normally how many would come under here? 50. He ordered 50 plus pizzas. I stood by his truck one day. He wrote out a check for $290 something for 50 pizzas.
Well, I've got his card because I discovered on a while back.
Other times, he either feeds
you see Smith written on that building right there, Grady?
Chili, barbecue beef, tuna fish. He'll feed out of his pocket.
Well, that's a blessing.
Yes,
that's all I know to say.
A lot of people come on here, you don't know what.
I want to break bread, would you hear?
Well, they don't know.
I didn't know that it was blueberry.
What mind they're in. You don't know what mind they're in. They don't know what state their mind is. Right. So they come under here and hear Brother Rick preach.
Right.
What kind of person he is, if you're down or lost something, he don't mind praying with you.
Well, I tell you, in Cheyenne, Wyoming, when I was up there, I was working up there. And they literally had a bus that would come to the parks and pick the homeless up and take them to the shelter when the weather got to a certain degree.
Well, see, we got a shelter with Salvation Army that when it's storming and raining, they don't have to leave. And there's a place down here at Old Rose Sharing Church, but the man in charge of it,
well,
I don't want to. He calls it a shelter. It is not a shelter. My minister, Casey.
What shelter do we have now?
Salvation Army Shelter. That's the only shelter we have in Monroe. It's been there for 90 plus years. That's the only shelter we have in Monroe. This one down here, Captain said it takes a lot to open up and run a shelter. It costs Salvation Army $17 grand to run their shelter. He said you can't just buy a property, open up a building, turn it into a shelter.